Dear God, what have you done? Those words read loud in the back of your head. That bottle
A vegan spaceship.
They're made out of beans.
Made out of soybeans? Talking about?
Yeah, it's all made out of soy.
Dude, I'll ride a vegan soy spaceship.
Maybe the cure to cancer is in space.
What are you doing?
I feel like there's a lot of things in space.
Yeah,
A lot of things
totally.
we don't even know about.
Come on, let's not fight on camera.
So is the next defeater concept gonna take you into space then?
Yes.
Yes.
It's like Jason X.
This is on the record, man.
It's like Jason X.
It's like Jason X. And then we're going to have another album after that called Defeater versus La Dispute, just like they did Freddy versus Jason. Yeah,
In hell.
But not even explain how we got back from space, just like how they didn't explain how Jason got back from space. Yeah.
No, the Jason versus Freddy was before.
No, it's
Jason
not.
X.
No, it's not. It's not.
What about the? I thought it was Jason.
Jason X, Freddy versus Jason.
Okay.
Well, in seriousness, though, you guys are taking the story you already took it to another level in March when you released the last album, but you're going to take it, I know you've been writing some more stuff to further the story. Like, do you plan any twists? I mean, what's next for your characters? I mean, is it going to be something like that, or to freshen it up? What should we expect?
It's going to be space. Well, that's going to have to you, isn't it?
I'm just eating my vegan cheese dip right now. Shit. Yeah, I mean, it's like we said last time. It's always gonna be within the same parallels of this, fake universe that we made up. But I mean, like anything, there's we constantly have to, in our own heads, outdo ourselves and put twists and turns into it, and we would get bored with ourselves if we didn't do that. So that's the plan.
Well, tell me about the new record, man. It's been out for a couple months now, and you've been touring, pushing it. What's the response been like?
It's been amazing. Yeah, absolutely amazing. And we did not see it coming at all. It was one more time when we thought we were just kind of shooting ourselves in the foot. We're going to put 4 acoustic songs on this record, so everyone's going to hate us even more than they ever do.
My life is just one giant panic attack from the moment we turn in the record, and then however long it takes for it to come out, and then to kind of get enough feedback overall to feel I know on this one I knew it's my favorite one we've done, and I knew that personally I was really proud of it, I really liked it. But it's weird, I do feel like there's a lot of people who have gotten into the band, and it's weird, I don't want to let anyone down. It seems I want to make what we want to make, and I want to be really true to our own sort of artistic angle. And then I also would feel terrible if people were well, that sucks,
Well, I'm kind of curious. You guys, there's been a lot of good things happening in Defeat over the last few months. A lot of buzz. The album debuted on the Billboard 200. Are you? Is there any worry or anything that people are coming in later into the story? You know what I'm saying?
If you listen to us at all, that makes our day. That's the most flattering thing, that people actually find some sort of attachment to our music and our lyrics and whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter when or where. If you actually pull something away from it, then that's the most we could ever ask.
I'd like to think that they stand on their own a little bit. That you could just pick up the new record and not have the other ones and put it in and listen to it and just enjoy it. And that it tells its own story, and while it obviously has a lot of parallels to Travels, that you don't have to know Travels to know what's going on in this one. And there's a lot of stuff going on in this one that has nothing to do with Travels too. So, in the same way, I think you could pick up any of them and individually listen to them, and then if you listen to them all, you might kind of put it together and go, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think especially because the most recent one is probably most explicitly this is a storyline with the book packaging and everything. It's probably a good entry point, as good an entry point as any.
Gotcha. Well, this album was recorded in more of a raw format. You guys really tried to stay. Mike was saying no auto-tune, none of that stuff. I mean, you guys really tried to keep it as raw as possible. I'm assuming that's coming across pretty well in the live shows. I mean, how does this album, playing it live, compare to what you guys have done in the past?
It feels the same.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel like there's sort of this waiting period from when the record comes out and you immediately start playing songs off the new record they're fun to play live, but they don't have the impact of like the songs that people have listened to for years.
Yeah.
So like, but this is the tour where I feel like for the most part, the new songs are getting better response than travel songs. So I think it's been like now just enough time to kind of like, it hasn't been out that long, but it's been out long enough where people like have kind of digested it.
Yeah.
They know the words, they know their favorite songs, and we go from there.
Yeah. Well, tell me about this last tour then. You guys are saying you went overseas, UK, Germany, is that right? Like, do you have a show that really stood out in your mind across the pond?
On that tour, all of them.
Yeah. They were all insane.
Literally, like, could not believe how good every single show was.
And we say that every tour, like it just gets crazier and crazier. I don't know where it comes from, I don't get it, but it just...
Yeah.
It's great. I don't know. It was great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, what's next, man? We're still at the front end of 2011. I've heard you guys are writing, kind of looking at the next record, but you're still riding the high of this previous one. So what's going on with you guys the rest of the year?
We have just been talking about where we're going to go next. So, like, I think you're going to see us do the rest of the U.S. in 2011. That's pretty much set in stone, but the tour isn't announced, so I can't say anything extra about it. And then we've been talking to our booking agent about, like, where we're going to go overseas. And it's getting to a point where we only have so much time, and now we've got more places to go. Like, we have to cover the U.S., we have to cover Europe, and, like, now they want us to go out to Australia. And, like, these are all amazing opportunities, and we can't wait to fulfill them all. But it's just, like, lining everything up. It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, and like we'll be taking the summer pretty much off, and then Jay's getting married. And
We get married.
Yeah. So we'll probably only have one more major run in 2011.
U.S. run, yeah. I'm trying to sneak some stuff in
Yeah.
before Christmas.
Cool.
And then so we'll just see how that plays out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you'll be hitting the festival circuit a little bit. I know you'll be up at Crazy Fest in Louisville in a couple weeks.
Yeah, true.
But no fest this year?
We're doing Blood Fest. No Fest this year.
When we last talked, you guys talked a lot about Fest and how much you
We
enjoyed
loved it.
So,
We just broke the ceiling.
yeah. Literally, broke the ceiling.
Literally broke the ceiling. Yeah, I don't know. We don't know. That may or may not be.
But that was definitely
It
a
wasn't
lasting
actually
impact.
us, it was those crazy kids that sing along to those hardcore punk bands.
Terrible.
Those gosh darn kids.
Cool, guys. Well, that's all I wanted to check in and see how the feeder was doing. Really appreciate you taking the time.
Get out!